Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Iceberg Lounge. This is the collaboration show that we have here with Straight Outta Gotham, with the Let's Go podcast show. Eventually, we will be having more podcasts, other members of our podcast family coming in and out. But this is our FanDome Day 2 preview show. So I want to welcome everybody who's watching us live. And let me now bring in my two co-hosts for the evening. The first guy you know as my co-host from the Straight Outta Gotham podcast. Of course, he is a Batman on Film contributor as well. He is my good dear friend, Peter Vera. Pete, what's up?
Yo, hey, what's going on, guys? This is fun. I'm excited. FanDome's back, and I'm just excited to talk about all this stuff.
Yes, sir. And of course, yes, and of course, the man in the middle right now. He is the host of the Let's Go podcast show, Let's Go comic show, former Batman on Film alum, master brander of everything that you see in almost all of our shows, Mr. Justin Kowalski. Justin, what's going on, sir?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Dude, just chilling right now. I'm ready to talk some FanDome, though, because it's back.
Justin shocked us. I thought he was going to talk more, and he just...
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I felt like I had a little bit of a lag.
No, you're good. Yeah. You're good.
Oh, okay.
We got you.
Good. Yeah. I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited for FanDome in a weird way. So even though there's not a lot of huge things, but I guess we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So how you
there's
guys
cool stuff
been...
though. There's lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's a different day than the first day. The first day was all about the movies and the trailers and the panels, the big panels. Tomorrow is kind of the interactive stuff for all the fans to do. So I think it's going to be obviously a different day. The schedule's different, but I think we have it's going to be a little bit more fun, I think, for people than having to wait, for everything to come out. And you get everything that you saw on day one, you'll be able to see again. So that's fine. If you guys missed anything, you can go back. But again, we're going to be discussing that. We'll get into FanDome a little bit later. But again, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for doing this again. All three of us doing this here and having a good time with this. I'm really enjoying the Iceberg Lounge, so I'm glad we're back to do another show. Yes, but you see three of us now, but we are not alone. We are adding a new member to our show. So her name is Rachael Robbins. She's an actress and screen queen with over 45 credits to her name. She studied improv at the Groundlings in LA and Upright Citizens Brigade in New York City and used that training to perform stand-up comedy and do cabaret around New York City. She's also the owner of Chickologist, a cocktail consulting company, and she's been kind enough to join us as the resident mixologist here at the Iceberg Lounge. So Rachael, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So, So what give us a little bit more information about yourself. Like what are you into right now? Where have you been?
Right now I'm really into cocktails and drinking and getting people drunk.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Fair enough.
I am ready. I am ready for that. Yeah. So you have made a special cocktail for us tonight. So talk to us about what the name of this cocktail is and what's in it.
So the name of the cocktail is the Iceberg Martini, inspired by the Iceberg Lounge. The Penguin is one of my favorite characters from all of Batman movies, so I was super psyched to do a cocktail that was kind of inspired by him and comic books. And so I wanted to use kind of ingredients that were a little bit international, because I feel like the future is all about international. When you see movies based in the future, everybody's kind of mixed race and people are coming in from all different countries. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit exotic but still accessible, that people, if they saw it, they could make it at home. And then I just added a little Chickologist flair to it.
And what was the flair?
The flair is a surprise. You're going to see at the end.
Okay.
All right.
I can't wait to taste it. Actually, I wanna take a sip of this thing. So I can't wait. So go ahead, take it away. Make the drink for us, and let's see what we're gonna have.
Okay, so I'm basically making a lychee martini, but the way that I love them made. So I'm gonna use Hendrick's gin. You can use any kind of gin you want. Gin gives it a little bit more flavor and spice and layers than just vodka would, which is what a typical lychee martini is made with. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of gin. And then I'm going to use 2 ounces of lychee juice. This is my favorite lychee juice. It's called Calpico. It's like super authentic.
I couldn't find this anywhere.
Same.
Really?
I could not find it. Yeah.
I really did. I had the hardest time finding this. I'm so sorry.
They have it on Amazon. I don't know where you guys are located, but like they have it at all like the little like Asian bodegas around my house. But you can also order it on Amazon. It's like worth the purchase because like you don't use it, you can freeze it, but you'll probably use it before it goes bad because it's so delicious. Yeah.
Okay.
And it has like a really cool like malty look to it.
Eric's the only one I think who could find it.
Yeah, I found it, so I'm good.
Oh, you found it?
No,
oh,
I
good.
did. Yes, I'm good.
Oh, you did too? I did not find it. I'm totally unprepared for this.
Did you get? Did you get like the canned lychee juice, like the lychee in the can?
No, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, oh man,
Same.
I was so bummed out. But I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see what I want. I want Eric's review in detail.
I'm drinking it. So let's go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of lemon juice and 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, which is just sugar water.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm going to add my ice. And give it a good shake. You have to have a signature shake when you make a cocktail. So whatever your signature shake is, be one-handed, two-handed.
Okay.
Perfect.
Make sure you get every last drop
Pete has
in
the
there.
two-handed.
Eric, Justin, have either of you guys ever been bartenders before? I've never done it.
Yes, I have.
I've only done it at like a party or something, and I'm not good at it.
Oh, look at the fancy glass too. Love the glass.
Look at it. I can't wait to see Eric's glass.
I
can't wait to see Eric's glass. Eric's gotta have like a star, like a Yoda martini glass.
I don't have a Yoda.
The ice cube, I made an actual iceberg.
Oh my gosh!
I love that.
Oh, that's phenomenal!
And I made it blue, so it kind of had like a comic book color to it. And then for the garnish, I have these little tiny iceberg. I don't know if you can see what they are. They're like little gummies, but they look like icebergs.
Nice.
Okay.
And they're going to go right on top of that. And that is your Iceberg Lounge martini.
That's great.
Wow,
that's official.
Great.
That's official.
I love that.
What's really cool about this cocktail is... Sorry?
No, go ahead.
So this cocktail is super cool because I like to call it like an evolution cocktail because when you start drinking it, it's going to look white. But as the ice cube starts to dissolve, it's going to become blue. So it's going to go from... And you can do that with flavors. You can do it with colors. But I wish you guys could see it from the top, what was going on here. But anyway,
you can already start to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see Eric's. I got to see Eric's. Eric, what do you got for me, man? Come on, dude.
You what I made.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, let's take a sip together.
Yes, I'm gonna try this now.
All I got is my double IPA.
Cheers.
I'll cheers with y'all. But
damn, that's good.
That's very good.
Salud.
That is very good.
That was great. That was awesome.
I like.
I love the thought you put into this. Like you really killed the theme. That's awesome. Like you got to take a photo of that.
I'll take a photo right now. There were so many like cool things that I was thinking about doing it because I love like the penguin, Danny DeVito penguin when he has like the black like saliva in his mouth. So I tried to make black ice cubes, but the black ice cubes didn't come out like quite as good as the blue one. So and then I had this black lava salt. And I wanted to do like a black lava salt rim because I wanted to get the black in there somehow. But I also wanted to make it something that was like accessible to you guys. I was playing with like charcoal and all that kind of stuff. But so I'll take a picture of this.
Amazing.
Well, we got to do a Batman Returns themed one at some point, like maybe around Christmas time.
Oh yeah, Christmas time.
By that time,
we
can figure out how to do
it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So Pete,
I mean, I really wanted to. Yeah, I do. I have the outfit on.
Yes, Rachel's also wearing an inspired. Yes.
Yeah, like Lark.
Oh,
Look at that. How awesome was that?
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Right out of the lounge. Oswald is looking for her right now.
He's that's great.
Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
Yeah, so this is actually excellent. So I'll just keep drinking it because it's very good.
Me too.
That's awesome.
That's what we do this is a lounge after all, so we need to be
this is
be appropriate.
This is podcasting after hours.
Yeah. So this is fun. Is this the first time you've done kind of a pop culture inspired like drink?
No, I've done so many drinks that were inspired by so many things, because most of the time where I'm designing drinks, it's for like anything from like somebody's baby shower and they're naming the baby like, Sunstorm or whatever people name babies now, and so kind of base a drink on that. Or sometimes I'm working with like a liquor company and they want the drinks to be inspired by like the hills of Scotland or wherever the Scotch comes from. But I have done worked with artists and done like cocktails based on like artist art. I can't off the top of my head think if I've done pop culture ones, but I have to have done them. Yeah.
I mean, but none cooler than this. I mean, this is for DeVito's Penguin.
None are cooler than this, but I mean, I can do cooler. Trust me. This is just the starting point for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I love it.
I can't wait.
Well, this is great. Yeah. So whatever you bring next, I can't wait to try that one. So to give us a little bit more insight, what Chickologist is and what you do with that part of your
Chickologist was basically I was trying to be an actor for like 19, 20 years. And when you're trying to be an actor, you have to work in the service industry. So I thought, so I wanted to be a star. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to go work in a restaurant, who's the star in the restaurant? The bartender's the star, right? So I'm like, I'll be a bartender. That was like my whole theory about where I'm going to work in the service industry. So I was working as a bartender, which I really loved, but I just really wanted to be an actor. So I kind of like resented bartending. And then about 5 years ago, I was dating this restaurateur, and he was like, I want to open up a cocktail lounge with you. And I'm like, I don't want a cocktail lounge. I want a TV show. But he was like, you can have the cocktail lounge. It'll be yours. You can design it. You can hire all your friends. You can do the cocktail list. And I was like, oh, this is starting to sound like kind of fun. So I agreed to do it. And I was like edging out of like the age range that I was in for acting. So I was not really the young mom yet, but I wasn't like the ingenue anymore. And like my auditions had started to get like kind of sparse. And so I opened this bar, and it was great because I got to like express all my creativity when I designed it and when I designed the cocktail menu. And it was wild because like I would make these drinks for people, and when they take a sip, they would make this face like this, like, oh, so good face. And that was like applause to me. And so everything that I needed, that I was looking for in the entertainment industry, all of a sudden was getting fulfilled by being in the cocktail industry. But that boyfriend was kind of like an asshole, and I knew the bar wasn't going to stick around forever. And I didn't really want to own a bar anyway, because owning a bar is kind of like babysitting on Groundhog Day. It's just like the same thing every single day. And so I started I said, well, I'm going to start this cocktail consulting company called Chickologist. Which is like a cool name because I was so sick of like every mixologist being like a guy from Brooklyn with like interesting facial hair and tattoos, and like, why can't hot chicks make drinks too, So I'm like, my company's gonna be called Chickologist, and I'm only gonna hire girls, and I have no idea what a cocktail consultant does, and I have no idea how I'm gonna make money with this, but I got like the .com and the business cards and the ad on Instagram, and I got everything, and I had my photographer who was working for me at the restaurant doing like social media, like he took all the pictures for me. So I was like completely like locked and loaded. So when my ex-boyfriend came in, he was like, I'm selling the bar, I'm closing it tonight. I was like, cool, I'm ready to go. So I just happened to get like a really giant client right away, like a liquor client, and that I was like instantly like booking like, I had like 4 girls working for me. We were going on like 7 or 8 jobs a week. So it just ended up to be like a real Hail Mary and a real lucky break for me. And now I hate the acting industry, and I'm so glad that I'm making cocktails and I'm not there. I'm like, how could I do that abusive thing for like 20 years? Like now when I tell people I'm a mixologist, they're like, "Tell me more."
Right? Yeah.
Dude, amazing. And when I used to say that I was an actor, they would just get like this glazed look over their eyes, and they'd be like, "Where do you waitress?"
See, yeah, those people suck.
But it's true.
No,
it's true.
Yeah. But that's awesome. That's an awesome story. You found your niche now, and one thing you thought it was gonna be one thing, and now it's something else, and you found your path, and that's awesome. So I want to thank you for coming on our little show here and wanting to be a part of it.
Yes, we appreciate it.
We really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what else we do going forward and what other drinks you have for us. So we're gonna discuss the little nerdy stuff right now. You good to hang out for a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So at the end of FanDome, the big thing that we all waited for was obviously the Batman trailer from Matt Reeves' new movie. So have you seen the trailer?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you think? Because we all know what we thought. So what did you think?
I thought it was deliciously dark.
Okay.
Okay. Anything stand out that you really remember and oh wow, I really, really love that part of it?
Well, so glad that the Penguin's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And I can't believe what Colin Farrell looks like.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of missed him the first time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You don't even know, it's like Charlize Theron in Monster. It's just totally unrecognizable.
Totally. So we all broke it down last week, obviously, or when FanDome Day 1 came out when we first saw it. So I always like getting other people's opinions because we live for this stuff. So we always we're waiting to see it. So I like getting general audience opinion. And
normal people.
Yeah. Are you anticipating this film?
Wait, did you just say normal people?
Yeah.
I'm literally standing here in an outfit of a waitress that's a cartoon that works in a lounge that's owned by the Penguin. Yeah, I'm normal, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yes, because we're sitting on a Friday night talking about DC comic stuff. So I guess it's perfectly fit in with the rest of us. So yeah. So are you anticipating the Batman? Is it something that you're definitely going to go see?
Yeah, I love the Batman movies, and the one with Danny DeVito, that one was my favorite. The more twisted and demented and dark and not normal. I'm not a huge big Hollywood blockbuster kind of movie, although stupid ones like Pacific Rim or something like that, where monsters are fighting robots, that's cool. But normally I don't like big Hollywood movies. But the Batman ones I always love. But
yeah,
Tim Burton is one of my favorite directors, so that mashup was great for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
you're talking to two of the biggest Batman Returns fans is me and Pete.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't.
Yeah,
hands down. The Duckmobile, Black Goo,
the duck,
all of that stuff.
Goo,
love it.
French flipper trick. I mean, ointment.
I'm one of the group that doesn't love that movie. I don't hate it, but I have issues with it. But it doesn't matter. I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
Tale ever told.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
Which one is your favorite then?
Mine?
Yeah.
My favorite is probably Batman Begins, the first of the Nolan movies. Batman Begins, yeah. That's probably my favorite one. But it depends on which day you ask me. It could be Batman 89, another day, the first Tim Burton one. So that's my favorite Batman. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. So
he's great.
So those are my favorites. So, and I know these guys have different favorites. Yes,
God, I mean, we've been spoiled, man. There isn't a such thing as a bad Batman. Let's be honest.
Well, Batman and Robin.
It's true. Oh,
well, I mean, no, I just want George is still good in the role.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So do you think you gravitate towards kind of the darker stuff because of your background in horror?
Or am I dark and that's why I ended up in horror? I don't know. It's a chicken and the egg question.
Yeah. Okay.
What came first?
Right.
The scream. The scream or the blood,
demented Rachel or the horror Rachel? I don't know which came first. Yeah.
What's your favorite horror film series?
I'm like a huge zombie fan. So 28
Okay.
Days Later,
Nice.
28
That's a
Weeks
good one.
Later, that I love.
Okay.
I love anything Rob Zombie. So House of Thousand Corpses, like all of those movies by Rob Zombie, I just love.
Okay, cool. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
good.
those are probably like, and then Silence of the Lambs, like Silence of the Lambs, 28 Days
Who does it?
Later,
Yeah.
and House of a Thousand Corpses are like my favorite scary movies.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah,
Those
but
are all
I
solid
think
choices.
Pete and I are big horror fans. I don't know, Justin, are you? I don't know.
I love like classic Universal films. Like those are my heart because I kind of grew up on them, like Saturday morning type of stuff. I like a lot of the Hammer films too. Like there's just something cool about the Hammer like horror films. When it comes to like modern horror, like I don't know if we're gonna touch upon like Scream. I like Scream. That was because for me there was fun to it.
Oh yeah.
But
back,
I
baby.
like Freddy Krueger. But the early Nightmare on Elm Street movies are fun. But most modern stuff hasn't been really great. And then all the Japanese remakes have been okay. But I think when horror is fun, and when I mean fun because it's kind of schlocky, that's what I enjoy.
Campy,
I feel
like campy.
Yeah. I think
like the 80s was such a great period.
Yeah, I can have fun with it. I think you can have fun with it and like being with people like, oh my gosh, and then when it becomes psychological, I almost get bored. So I just want slashy, cutty, bloody, money.
Like Justin's favorite scene is like Friday the 13th Part 2 when the kid in the wheelchair gets the machete to the face and then rolls backwards down the hill of step.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
What about
it's great.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I like,
and the original.
You like the what?
I like the original remake. The original remake I didn't like. I like the original movie. The one Matthew McConaughey was in like the second one too, of the original series. It's kind of funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like I've been more into the Conjuring stuff right now, and
that's been great.
I like that series.
Shout out to Walter Hamada.
Yeah, right,
baby.
Hamada. Well, that's a good segue, Pete, because speaking of Walter Hamada, our friend Ray Fisher, everyone's friend Ray Fisher,
friend of the show,
Cyborg, yes, friend of the show.
Never said a bad thing about it.
Well, this thing keeps getting deeper and deeper, right? Like this thing keeps getting there's more and more layers that come out. I feel like every week we get some new layers to the show or to this topic. So last week, obviously, right before Labor Day, which was crazy, the Friday we had the Hamada released and Warner Brothers released their answer, and they were basically said that Ray Fisher hasn't been cooperating with them. So fast forward to Monday. Ray Fisher answers and he says, well, I have an email to show you that I tried to get in touch with the investigators. And now this is basically my proof that I've been trying. So what they said was wrong. So we haven't heard anything from them to respond to that. But Fisher also went off on like this tangent and started just talking about it more openly than he had before. And then, of course, you had the Momoa I Stand With Ray Fisher on his Instagram. So Jason Momoa started to back him. And then today we had, I forget her name, but she was the one who was playing Iris West in the Snyder Cut.
Kelsey
Clinton. Yes. She gave support to Ray Fisher and his cause. That actually happened just like, I want to say like 2-3 hours ago. It was fairly recent.
Oh, okay. That
it was 3 hours ago.
So this story keeps getting we keep getting further and further down the rabbit hole, and we all know where we stand. We've all spoken about this before. We all know that what happened to Fisher when Zack was fired from Justice League, and he did. Then Zack went on. Obviously, Ray was still played Cyborg when Whedon took over, and we obviously know that his role was cut back, like a large portion of what he was going to be, and we'll see it now in the Snyder Cut. But it's always been my stance that I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say his claims are bogus, and I don't want to say Warner Brothers actually did this, or Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon, the people he named in his complaint, and John Berg, that they actually were, harassing him of some sort of way. I don't want to I'm not trying to stay down the center on this. So, Rachel, you've been in films, you've been on sets. Does this kind of stuff happen on sets? Do directors kind of get loud and screamy, I guess?
Screamy.
I just think that I came up in a time in restaurants and movie sets where both of those kind of areas were the most
I don't know what happened there. We lost you for a minute.
Yeah. I think we still lost her.
Yeah. I think we lost her.
Yep. Rachel, we
Well,
lost
she
her.
looked like she
difficulties.
Yes, but she looked like she had a really good point, so I hope we get her back in.
Yeah,
to finish
that was
point,
like that was Zack Snyder, man. He shut her down, dude. He was like,
it, she got canceled.
The truth. Yeah, she just got canceled.
No.
We're gonna try and work on getting her back. But
who got into who
Eric,
took over the show?
I don't know. Eric, do you want Islanders updates? Did you want live Islanders updates?
Oh yes, guys, I did want live Islanders updates.
I can tell you the score right now if you want it.
What's the score?
It's 3-3 in the third. 7:20.
Seriously?
2 left. Yeah,
Holy
they just
crap! It was 3-1. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
okay. Well, hopefully they can score a goal and
figure that out.
But
yeah.
Okay, guys. So back to the topic. Obviously, we're discussing Ray Fisher again. So with this new bit of information and the way this thing keeps unfolding, are we going to get like an end to this anytime soon? What do you think?
No, I don't think it's going to end. I feel like it's got to go to court, to be honest, right? Like, I feel like that's it. Otherwise, it's just he said, she said. Like, unless someone actually takes like forward legal steps, I don't know really what we should expect out of this, other than just them going back and forth.
Yeah,
I don't know if it can.
Here's what I hope. I hope it ends civilly. I hope that they can handshake and be like,
Right.
hey, maybe we'll work on a project together. Some type of thing like that where they don't work on a project together, but like it's a cordial thing. But I don't think this is the end. I think this is going to continue going on. What I think Ray has intentionally leaned into the Snyder Cut people. And I say that again as someone who wants to see the Snyder Cut. I think what happened sucked. I think they made a bad decision. Warner Brothers did in 2017. Whether people agree with me or not, but I do feel that what has happened is they've drummed up all this support for the Snyder Cut. Now I feel like anybody who's involved with that film, be it Ray Fisher, be it like Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, or whatever, if something happens, they have this like crew of people that are gonna like fight for them, which I think that's fine, but there's no objectivity to it. There's no like, well, hold on, how do we know what Ray said has happened? Because he hasn't really given any information. I don't doubt that he was offended. I'm not saying he's not offended. I'm not saying that he wasn't. Right. I'm not saying that his feelings aren't true. What I'm saying is, what the heck happened? Because we don't know. But you have all these people getting all worked up in him. Now you have, like the other girl that got cut, and it's like, is it just because you got cut from the film that your part got reduced? Because I'm pretty sure everybody in that film's part got reduced. And when you work on films, when they rewrite stuff, it means you gotta say the lines, because your job is the actor. Your job isn't the creative consultant. You're not the producer. The producers, whether their judgment was right or wrong, have said, we're reshooting this movie. We're cutting stuff. This is what we got to do. And guess what? We're on a timeline, Ray Fisher. So say booyah and make it happen. If you continue to speak up and say all these things like, hey, you don't like what your character's doing, like, you're not going to last long in Hollywood. That's my version of like, well, I don't know. Everyone's shooting around what they think they know. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's what happened. And he didn't like that. And it's like, it's okay. I wouldn't like someone talking to me like that too. But at the same time, if you want to be an actor, like, don't get in the way of producers that are freaking trying to balance this like $300 million movie. That's ballooning. And, the movie they just put out didn't do what they thought it was going to do. So they're trying to make it happen. Wrong or right how they did it, that's how they are doing it. And it sounds like Ray wasn't happy about it. And so it's like, boo-hoo, bro. Like you're an actor. You have like one of the most coveted jobs in the world. You get to play Cyborg. If you play ball a little, or, you might get the guest star in a movie, but it sounds like he was being a wiener about it. Sorry, that's how I feel. And here we are. And then anything else that's going to happen, you know, like the next thing that happens involving any of these cast members, everyone's going to jump on that too. So it's like, I feel like it's just a never ending thing. And I'm a little like amped about it because it just won't, there doesn't seem to be like
there's no
pause button on anyone. It's like, well, we want blood. They want blood. And it's like,
exactly.
You know what?
From one thing right on to the next, whatever it is.
None of these people act like the heroes they can't wait to support. They all act like a bunch of buttholes, and it's real like it's kind of like it's actually pretty gross because they make a person their cause, you know, and you're like, oh, hold up, like what the heck happened? Anyways, that's all I really got to say about it. Like,
I don't expect you guys deep on it.
I hope that Ray gets happy in the end. I really do. I hope he finds like, oh man, happiness, and I hope he's able to work. I feel like he'll always work with Zack Snyder. Zack's always gonna be like, hey man, you're my boy. Like,
right. Yep.
We're gonna because I don't want him to not work, and I don't want Jeff Johns to not work. I want everyone to be able to work. I want Whedon to be able to work. I'm not a huge Whedon fan. Like, I don't think he's all it's cracked up to be, but I don't want any of these people to lose their jobs. I want them to be better. Like, I don't think it's appropriate to talk to somebody in a bad way, but I also don't think it's illegal. Like,
no, I think that's
like, you're gonna fire every football coach out there because that's all you hear is them yelling at somebody.
That's the example I could give because that's what I'm used to coaches. All right, I'm used to coaches just ripping into people, and that's just how it was when I played sports. So that's my only way I could go and say, yeah, that's dealing with someone who's basically a director of a sports team is the coach, right? So that's the only comparison I can make. And I agree with you. Like, I want this to come out where everyone wins. I don't want anyone to lose here. I want everyone to win. I want Ray to feel better about being able to be in a film. I want Jeff Johns to continue to be able to work. I want Joss Whedon to continue to be able to work if he needs, if he wants to. I think we're at this point now, though, where not only with what's happening there, but also with fans, it's to the point where people are just taking sides and they're not waiting for all the facts. They're taking a side, and you can believe what you want to believe, but until you know the facts, you're just going off your own assumptions. Nobody has any clue as to what exactly happened except Ray Fisher. And until we get something concrete from him, whether it's a statement or, like Pete said, whether it's some kind of legal matter he brings up, although I don't know if the statute of limitations for that is still active. I don't know if he can do that. But until we get something like that from him, this is just going to keep being, internet fodder with Twitter fodder, and the fans of both, saying, oh, well, we don't know, or, oh, but we believe I stand with Ray. And the whole thing has just gotten to a point where it's really, really hard sometimes to go and read about this stuff because, just reading the comments and what people are saying, it gets to be like, oh, come on. Can we I just want this to have some kind of resolution because it takes the fun out of this. It really does take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
We can never just have like fun,
Yeah.
We can't enjoy like the good movies that are coming. We can't enjoy all the good TV shows, all the cool video games. Like, there's always got to be some stupid thing that divides DC FanDome for whatever dumb reason.
Oh, FanDome! You said FanDome, didn't you? We'll get to that again. We'll get there a little bit later.
Boom. Segue king.
Well, no, there's another topic that one thing happened today. When we planned out this show, this hadn't happened yet, but one thing happened today, so I feel like we should talk about it.
Which means I'm unprepared.
No, it's happened before, so it's not like a new thing that's happened. We've had a lot of movies pushed back because of the pandemic.
I
we
know
had another
where
one
he's
today.
going.
Yes, we had another one today. Wonder Woman 84 was now pushed back again from its October release date to Christmas Day. Which we'll see if that holds. But I think it's a cool date to change it to be honest, because I love Christmas movies. So, and I think this is a really good thing about having this movie come out then. Hopefully it sticks and we're able to see it on that date. So there's also been rumors of Black Widow being pushed again or going direct to video.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The craziness of this pandemic keeps changing these things. It seems like every month or two we get another release for these films. I understand why the studio wants to release it theatrically. I want to see it theatrically, so I'm glad they're not releasing it yet. Right? Like you want to see this on a big screen with the way it was intended. So I'm glad they're not doing it.
I want to see Patty's vision.
So do you guys think this is the last time? Are we gonna see it on Christmas?
I hope to God I'm seeing this on Christmas. I'm going from 7 Fishes on Christmas Eve. I got bacala and mussels and scungili, and I'm going straight to the movie theater at midnight to see Wonder Woman 84 because Patty Jenkins is amazing and Gal Gadot is amazing. This movie's going to be incredible. I can't wait. It'll probably get moved again, but yeah, like I'm ready. Like whenever the date is, I'm there. It doesn't matter what the date is. It's just got to settle, you know. And
Justin, do you think
Christmas, New Year's, I'm there.
Yeah, I agree. I can't wait to see it. Justin, do you think the studio will be pressured now to if they have to move it again to direct to video or video on demand at that point?
It's weird because like Sony came out and they're like, none of our big movies are coming out until people can safely go to the theater. So Sony's like, nah, fool. Like we saw what happened with Tenet and everything else. So they're like, we're gonna wait. They're gonna pause. Hey, Spider-Man. For me, I feel like the entire world has gone online. Like my work. All our meetings. Yeah. So just throw this movie on VOD and take it in the gut, Warner Brothers. Like everybody's doing it. It doesn't mean the theaters are going to go away, but if you want to get this content out at some point, like Wonder Woman 3 is going to come out in 2022 or something like that. You know, it just pushes
we're going to get released back to back.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, just put them back to back. Like I said this on your last Straight Outta Gotham show, right? Was it Straight Outta Gotham where I was like, this thing's probably going to come out in 2021. Just, you know, it should have came out in November 2019, but like they were pushing for the summer, which I understand. Like, are you like, do you want to go up against Star Wars or do you want to go up against like have your slot this summer? And so it's really like, I feel like that's not a really good argument because who knew like, you know, all this crap was going to happen. But you know what? I'm indifferent on what they do. Like, I want them to, you know, feel like it's a success. Because here's the thing, like, the numbers are going to be the numbers. Like, Tenet right now, it's not doing so hot because the theaters aren't open. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a bomb. You can't really call it a bomb because of if doors aren't open, you can't get inside the door, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe they do, maybe pushing it. Hopefully things can get figured out by Christmas. I don't know, man. It's like I wouldn't put any money on it anymore. You know, I was ready to go in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I was too. But movie theaters aren't even open in New York, so I couldn't have seen it. I would have had
Jersey,
to go with Pete.
They are. Come to Jersey.
Yeah, I would have had to go with Pete to see it. So, like
go to the drive-in schools.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. There are people opening drive-in. There have been people who have converted things to drive-in theaters for this, so people could see movies. So, I think it would be very cool if they did something like that. But yeah, like you said, they obviously want the box office from New York, LA, the biggest markets. You know, so they can. These movies cost a lot of money to make. So,
well, there's another thing that is interesting about it all is like, I'm not making a joke, but like, if you go into the store and you buy a bunch of Doritos and stuff, they're all marketed already for Wonder Woman. That machine already started moving. So what do they do? Have to like double their marketing at Christmas, or is it like February? Like, you know,
I have no
this
idea.
Valentine's Day.
It's all going to be contractual.
You know, what are they going to do?
Those contracts have expired.
Yeah, I'm like, people are like, well, we've already spent our money on.
Here's marketing. The thing, like
the action figures of Kem and Went, you know, the Lego sets, the chips, everything's like rolled out already.
Right.
I don't know. Here's the thing. First of all, Eric, 4-3 aisles.
Thank you.
I'm indifferent either way because because I want to see the movies in the theater, or two, it's like if you release them on demand, I'll watch it on demand. Like I'm going to watch Bill and Ted. I have it. I bought it. I'm going to watch it. So it's like something I'm definitely going to do. I just wish that they would make a decision because it seems like for Wonder Woman the decision is it's going to be released theatrically. So therefore they're just going to keep pushing back and pushing back. Tenet was a guinea pig. It failed for them. Sony's going to wait until there's a vaccine and people can be in theaters, and Disney's trying this on demand thing. So, you know, they're all trying different things right now. And it's kind of, in a weird way, it reminds me of the platform wars back when it was HD DVD versus Blu-ray. And it's like, we're just waiting to see who wins out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've said many times.
And Disney led in that. Disney led in the HD wars. They're like, okay, they went Blu-ray. Everyone went Blu-ray.
But like I said in the podcast, I just love going to the movies. So I really just want.
I agree. It's a great experience. It's weird. Like, I love the theatrical experience of like soda and snow caps and popcorn. You know, like that's a great night out to me. That's a great evening.
Mr. Pibb, Red Vines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sounds great. I like your combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this holds, and that for two reasons. One, because I want to see it on the theater, and two, because it means movie theaters are open again in New York.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully this holds, and I get to see it on Christmas Day. So here's the hoping, guys. I think most of you probably agree who are watching or watch this are going to agree with us that we definitely want to see this on a big screen. I know I do. So
yeah.
Same thing with Black Widow. Same thing with all of the ones that are coming. All the big blockbuster ones that are coming out. I think we all want to see on a big screen. So
hey, maybe I should watch it with
big blockbuster movie.
Spider. I think Venom 2.
Is that okay? Okay.
I think they're including Morbius in that, and Spider-Man Part 3.
I forgot about Morbius. Wow.
Yeah, which I can't wait to see. I love the trailer that they released for Morbius, so I'm really looking forward to that movie.
Here's the thing: does Venom 2 screw around with the Batman at all? Because Andy Serkis directing Venom 2, Alfred and the Batman, is
he's already
production
done that,
going like? Okay, so well, I mean, like if you're the director of a movie.
I think he
is it finished? Is Venom 2 in the can?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Oh, wow, okay.
I really don't think it matters. So
yeah.
So moving on now to the theme of the show. Tomorrow is obviously the second day of DC's FanDome event, which we all know the first day was bananas. I thought it was great. Really good look by DC. They killed it. It was very well done. The anticipation of spacing things out, which was annoying for us because I think we all just wanted to see this stuff, but it worked. Yeah. Obviously. So we will see. Tomorrow will be day 2 of FanDome. As I just said, day 1 was split up into designated time slots, and it was like a normal Comic-Con where you had to wait to go to certain things and watch certain things and certain panels. Usually hourly or every 40 minutes they did another one. But day 2 isn't going to be like that at all. Day 2, they're opening up the rest of FanDome, and
yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So it's a 24-hour event like day 1 was, but it's all on demand. So you're able to go in at 1:00. Eastern time. Justin, for you, it's 10 a.m., I believe.
Yeah.
Pacific time. And you'll be able to just start watching what you want and what you want to see. So really quickly, let's go through the highlights of what we're looking forward to tomorrow on DC FanDome Day 2. So, Pete, I'll start with you. What are you looking forward to?
For me, the Batman Death in the Family panel. Really looking forward to seeing that. It's such an interesting thing. Is it a movie? Is it a video game? Is it a video movie? Is it a game? What the hell is it? I don't know. It's interactive. It's the Death of the Family. It's crazy. John DiMaggio returning as the Joker, one of the most underrated voices in the history of Batman animation. Really also looking forward to Mostly Deceased. I really love what Tom Taylor has done. I'm not a huge Elseworlds fan. 5-3 aisles. But I just love his work. His whole DC. It's like a Marvel zombie DC thing for people like what's his name, Paul Herman, who don't read DC books. That's what I would compare it to. But that's really fantastic. And shout out to Paul Herman. Love you, P Thug. That's fantastic. And also Superman and Lois, the CW show. Superman's back on the small screen in hourly format. Really excited. Unlike most, I think, iterations, I think Superman works absolutely amazingly on TV. Going back to George Reeves, Dean Cain, Superboy, all that. So I think Superman is a tremendous TV asset, and I think the only other hero that really compares is the Flash, and that's only because the second iteration has lasted so long. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm a big fan of Lois and Clark. I love that show. So even though Dean Cain's absolutely nuts, put that aside because you can separate things. It's like the whole Jeff Johns thing. I can separate how bad a person is from their work. So it's kind of like that. But I'm pumped for that. So that's it. Death and Family, Mostly Deceased, Superman and Lois. Let me hear what you got to say, Raka.
Yeah. Speaking of Jeff Johns, I can't wait for the Three Jokers panel. I'm excited.
Loved issue 1, man.
Yeah, dude, that book, man, it's instant classic. Like reading it, you feel like, man, this is an instant like DC Comics classic. It's really well done. Jason Fabak, him and Jeff Johns are going to be on the panel, so I'm excited to see that. And and I don't anticipate like Jeff Johns dropping out because this is all pre-recorded anyways. It's not like it's a live thing, so it'll be moderated and whatever. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah, he's not going to get attacked by a bunch of people that are upset with him. So it should be relatively fine. And here's the thing: most people don't know. Like, to be honest, most people don't. Even most people who go to the comic store, they don't know about what the balls is going on. So, anyways, I want to watch that. And then the other thing that I want to see is the tour of DC's death metal. I'm really enjoying death metal. I didn't think I would because I liked metal, but I didn't love metal. Death metal is fun as Crazy Balls Batman story. It's not even a Batman story. It's the Justice League story, but it's really focused on Wonder Woman leading the way. Wonder Woman's leading this thing. And I think it's actually way more well done and easier to jump into it. So I'm looking forward to that. What are you asking me, Pete?
Wait, I gotta ask you this because this is Snyder does Pete. This every once in a while. It drives me nuts. He did it with Jarro and Justice Snyder, League. But what is this?
Okay.
Yeah. We're talking comics.
Jarro.
What is the deal with this T-Rex? I don't know what it is. I've only seen like publicity stills, but I see this T-Rex Batman thing, and all of a sudden I just go pew 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 pew, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Oh, it's because it's Batman's from all the multiverses, and so there's this T-Rex. I don't know. There's not much. There's not much to know. It's really there's just a T-Rex Batman, and it's freaking cool. Again, this because it's the death metal crazy like future timeline.
No, it's insane.
It's and so I'm just having fun with it. I love I love Detective Batman, in the rain, in the fog, and solving a crime. But I also like this crazy heavy metal, death metal thing that's going on. I just get really excited because it's everybody though. Everyone's got some bananas thing going on with them, And Superman got crazy metal arm. Anyways, I'm excited for that panel to just kind of go deep with it. It's fun. At some point, I'm like, my buddy Mike has kind of got me into this mindset of like, sometimes crazy stuff in comics can be fun. You can just have fun with comics and doesn't have to always be like,
oh, totally,
that's not the continuity. Yeah, and I think Scott Snyder, he did that. He did like the Batman. He did all that, Court of Owls and stuff. He did traditional Batman, but he's also like, I got some bat nut crazy stories I want to tell, and I think him and Capullo are really making something fun. Yeah, and so as I'm going through the list, there was that, and then. Yeah, and I want to check out the expansion of the Watchmen universe with Tom King. They're doing the Rorschach book. Like, I'm excited about that. So most of the stuff that I'm excited for is like the comic stuff, to be honest. Like, I'm not a fan of all the CW shows. Kind of burned me out. I'm kind of done with them unless I'll check out Lois and Superman when that junk comes out, but I'm kind of indifferent. I'm like, I don't really care.
There's so many of them, it's hard to keep up. That's the problem with the CW is the entire network is DC TV.
Yeah, but I watched the Crisis crossover and it was fine, but it was more corny than anything. I was like, it just doesn't.
It was all about the cameos, and that's cool. It's fine.
The cameos were fine, but like the success of your crossover can't be predicated on freaking Robin from '66 was there. Like, that's all right. Like I would have loved if he had a bigger part. If you brought him in, it's like, hey, here's how we solve problems on our Earth. Holy colliding Earth, Batman. Like, I would have leaned into.
Can you imagine him in the suit driving the car? That'd be great. I feel you. It wasn't the best crossover, but I think season 6 of The Flash has been really strong. And what they did with Mirror Master the last couple episodes, what they did, I thought with season 6 was great. Instead of having a whole season against one baddie, they literally split the season into 2 halves. Yeah. So you went through one bad guy, and then you ended up with Mirror Master before the pandemic. and it was a great cliffhanger. I finally caught up on season 6 of Flash, and I think it's one of the better seasons, season 6, since probably season 3.
I'm down. I might revisit the shows individually. Like it is too much right now. But like, what happened? Like the Crisis is goofy. Like the Paragon of Truth is Batwoman. Oh, and actually she ain't. And they didn't know she was in a bone out. But it's like
it's just I don't know that the whole thing with the CW and the Arrowverse, and like I said, I started watching Arrow and I really loved it for the first like 2-3 seasons, and then it got a little, but then it ended strong for me, so that's why I kept.
But to bring back Brandon Routh as the Superman from Superman Returns is a great.
That was great.
You know, all of that stuff is great.
It has highlights. It does.
Yes.
I'm sorry because a lot of people put down the CW and it's done something that they can't do on the big screen, and that's tell a cohesive story. And you want to make fun of the shows because the special effects aren't up to par, or it's slightly campy, or they work on a TV budget.
I think the effects are good.
You can't do that against a multi-million-dollar production like a Justice League film.
You know what? The best show they have is the one that doesn't get all the love, and that's Legends of Tomorrow. I think I just read an article where it was like rated as one of the funnest like TV shows you can watch. I think Legends is like the one that's the most.
I love Black Lightning. I'm only on season 2, but I think it's great.
Black Lightning is a great show. I'm not all caught up, but that was the one.
Amazing. I'm only 2 seasons in. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Black Lightning's good. So
I haven't watched any of it, so I got to catch up on Black Lightning. Justin, I'm going off of your suggestion on this one, so I'll definitely. Yeah. But Pete, you vouched for it as well.
Black Lightning is legit.
He met the star of the show, so I probably should watch it. So yeah, I'm looking for. I'll probably watch that one, but yeah, I'm just kind of over those shows. I don't know why. I just got bored of it. They got really the Flash got really soap opera-y for me, so that's why I stopped watching it. And so I'm kind of with you, Justin, on what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's not so much of the TV shows, although I do want to check in. Obviously, there's an extended Titans panel, so I want to watch that. They're going to talk
Flash panel as well.
They're going to talk Doom Patrol, so I want to watch that. Like, I love those shows, so I'll definitely watch that. Oh, yeah. But I don't.
All great stuff.
I'm just not looking forward to any of that tomorrow. But what I am looking forward to is some of the other stuff that they have at FanDome, specifically the Funverse. It's really cool what they're doing in that specific space. They have different, as anyone who knows who's been to Six Flags or been to places that are DC related, they all have all their rides are based off of the characters. So like you have a Superman ride, you have a Batman ride, you have Joker, and they actually have these panels where I actually have these virtual showings where you actually get to watch and like ride the ride. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to do.
So someone put on like a Steadicam, or what's it called? What are those things?
Yeah.
On their head, and they just a GoPro. Someone put on a GoPro and just rode the ride. All right.
Yep. So they're doing that stuff. So
I love roller coasters, so I'm down.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that stuff. And again, a lot of the other stuff might be more for kids, but I'm a big kid at heart anyway. They actually have a Joker escape room, where they're actually going to, do like that. You have to guess clues and things like that. Justin, for your kids and for all the kids out there, they have the Kids Verse. So I'm going to
watch that with my boys. So I may tomorrow on the show, I may come back with some kid nuggets. Maybe my kid might join the show. Who knows? It's like, hey,
that's fine. Hey, we would love that.
If they can cover the Kids Verse for us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll see if there's any highlights.
I'd love that. Yeah. So again, all these other things that this is really tomorrow, I think is definitely like a love letter for us, for fans of the DC characters. You're going to have all of these things at our fingertips and different things to do with within the characters, and not just watch panels. Like I said, the Funverse, you'd be able to interact a little bit, and the kids will be with the Kids Verse. So we'll each have all of those. They have cosplay stuff tomorrow, and they have all these other things going on for pets, and it just seemed like a really, really fun day, as opposed to what we had on the first day, which was obviously the meat and potatoes of what they were doing. So
that was great, though. Like, I'm not complaining. This is great stuff.
Oh no, I'm not complaining at all. I'm not complaining at all. We didn't have Comic-Con this year, so this was great for them to do.
I don't know about you guys. I had Comic-Con. I watched a lot of really good panels on the sand, and that's another thing too. Like, the internet's like, Comic-Con sucked this year. Well, you guys obviously weren't watching anything on YouTube, because I watched some really great panels on YouTube, and I never would have done that if I was actually at the con. So I mean, look, it sucks not being able to look through back issues and buy books and posters and try to get an autograph, and that's what makes a con great. But I really enjoyed my time watching panels.
Just mail
all the
cons.
That's Justice Cons, Comic Con, Straight Outta Gotham Con, like all these cons have been great. I mean, it's fantastic.
Francesca Con. We'll go with the Francesca Con.
I love Francesca. I love Mike.
Inside joke, Justin. Inside joke. Sorry. Between Pete and I. No. So yeah, this so this is a different type of day. And again, I think it's going to be a fun day. I actually am looking forward to discussing this stuff tomorrow because I don't have the same anticipation for things and being let down. This is just for me to go in and have fun with these characters that I love so much. So that's where I'm at about tomorrow.
I've been having fun, son.
Yeah. And then this week also, I mean, just to touch on this very quickly, they announced what's going to actually happen at New York Comic Con in October. So you guys can check that out. Yeah, but it's like they're doing like this multiverse type thing. It's pretty cool if you want to check out. They only announced some of what they're going to be doing, but if you guys are interested in New York Comic Con, definitely go to the website and see what they have lined up because I think that's also going to be pretty interesting. Obviously, in the age of COVID, where everything's virtual. I think we're going to have.
I mean, it's such a bummer that this is my first con that I'm not going to be able to cover for Batman.
I know, right? This is the first.
It really it stinks. Like, we won't be Justin did San Diego one year. Like, it's cool just being able to go to the press lounge and there's various people you can meet from FanDome's Twitter handles.
Get them treats. You get those treats. Like, the treat room.
Yeah, man.
Get that little special coffee.
Hang out with my man Gary, super PR guy. I love Gary. He's cooking us up a great interview. But it's going to be different.
Sorry, I had a story about Gary. I'm not going to share it.
I love Gary. Gary's one of my favorites. We'll
keep that for off air.
Dude, I'll forget. Like Eric tempted me to buy this like Iron Man statue in the Florida Comic Con. We were searching around vendors. He's like, go buy it. And he's like, it's only $400. Go do it. He's like, you won't do it. I'm like, you're damn right. I'm not going to buy that stupid thing.
He wouldn't. But they also had a raffle one, and he wouldn't even put in his name for the raffle. Like it was just a free thing.
Like, I don't want it. Who am I going to give it to if I win it? I don't like Iron Man.
They get your email. Eric's the guy who puts his name in the car at the mall. He's like, I'm gonna win that car.
Yeah.
They send you a bunch of emails.
I just
hey. We got some people in the chat saying hi. If you want to say hi to some peeps.
Who is it? Guys. Who is it?
We got Ryan Haas. Our boy Ryan Haas is here. And then
what's up, Ryan?
Andy Luca, who was making fun of Pete. He's like, come on, you guys, y'all didn't get the Chronicles of Narnia joke from like SNL. When I said Red Vines, Mr. Pippin Red Vines, that's crazy delicious. That's old school. We got Classy Ulysses is there.
We're losing
Ulysses. Oh, we're losing.
Okay.
Are we losing? Who are we losing? No, and we got.
I'm losing the show. I'm losing control.
Oh. Nick Zednick. Best introduction.
Yeah, we got Zednick. So yeah. Anyways, they're all saying hi and
Zednick. We will see you tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Vigilante Boys will be on tomorrow. So
So just to touch on that, we will be, guys, everyone out there, we will be on again tomorrow night live after we're finished watching what we want to watch on FanDome. So we'll post the time on our Twitter feeds to let everyone know exactly what time we're going to be on tomorrow night. But we will be doing another recap show for day 2, just to go through a couple things, and we will have Nick Zednick and Nico Caruso from the Vigilante 1939 podcast joining us again tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that because I had a great time on day 1. And
I am dying. Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, Eric, but this is good stuff. I am dying to hang out with Daddy Batman. I want to get a podcast together with Straight Outta Gotham and the Carusos. I want to talk to those. I want to talk Sauce. I want to talk Cubs baseball, and I want to talk Batman with Daddy Batman. Like I'm on a mission, and I got stuff to talk about with this guy. I'm dying to talk.
And we'll do a New York Chicago pizza segment too. We'll do that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sure.
We'll get Ryan Lauer involved. I love
do that.
They're like,
deep dish.
Hey, let me tell you about deep dish. Hey, let me tell you about
Bears. Bears.
That's my Italian accent.
So we'll
there you go.
So we'll definitely do
Reno's
that.
like pizza.
I'm 41% Italian.
Everyone's Italian. Everyone's Italian.
That's right. The world's Italian. So, all right.
Well, the world loves Italian food. I know that, but we are really going off on a tangent here. But yes, we definitely, like Pete said, we'd love to do a show with them. I enjoy their podcast. It's a lot of fun to listen to.
So I'm dying to talk to Daddy Batman.
So guys, Nico, and Nick. I don't know how to put Daddy. I guess Daddy Batman, right? We just call him Daddy Batman instead.
That's all. He's Daddy Batman.
He's the DB.
I mean, he's an OG. Like, that's a real OG. I mean, this is a guy who's been collecting books and reading Batman for longer than we've been around. I mean, longer than probably Eric's been around, and Eric's older than dirt. So, like, so I'm dying to talk to this guy.
Oh, I hate being the oldest. So that's why we need to have Daddy Batman on, so I won't be the oldest.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we're gonna shut this one down right now.
All right.
We're getting the flashes for last call, so we're gonna have to shut the lounge down right now. So again, tune in tomorrow to watch us again of the recap for day 2. We will definitely let you know what time that's going to be on. Enjoy day 2 of DC FanDome. Again, we had people commenting today in the chat. After tomorrow, if you want to comment and shoot us some comments, so we can talk about the stuff you tell us as well, that'd be great too. So for Pete Vera, Justin Kowalski, and Rachael Robbins, I am Eric Holzman. This was the Iceberg Lounge. Have a good night.
Booyah.
Booyah. Oh yeah.